Hi guys, in today's video we are going to discuss about Expendo objects. So it was introduced in C# 4.0 and the main functionality of this is that Expendo object class enables you to add or delete members of its instance at the runtime, and also it helps or it allows us to set and get values from these members. So basically when we wants to add or delete new properties of an object at the runtime, then we use Expendo objects. So if we wants to create an anonymous property without having a class, we can define it like this, right? But if we wants to add another property, like if we wants to add subname after initializing it, it is not possible. So it will going to generate an error. So for those scenarios, we use Expendo objects. So let's see how we can create an Expendo objects. So here you can see we have created a dynamic type, and we are newing up with using Expendo object class. So when we do that, it allows us to create another Expendo object inside it, and we can again go to as nested as possible. So as you can see, we have used main another runtime property and added as Expendo object again, and then we are creating dynamic properties on it. So that is like the dot location is a dynamic properties we have used. So it is a string type, and again name is a string type. And because it is a dynamic type, we can also change the data type of this. So earlier it was string, now it becomes integer. And we can also add functions to the properties because of the dynamic nature. So here we have create another property, and that property is initialized with generic type function, which is typecasting with action. So action is a generic delegation for a function which doesn't have a return type, and we can have 0 to 16 properties, input properties here. So we are not using any input parameters here. So we are just adding a function which will going to increment the property of number. So because it is a delegate type, we can use it as a function. So here we can call this as a function. So when it is been called, it will going to increment this particular number. So let's just see how whether that code is working or not. So let me just go back and click on set next, and let's just do F10 on it. So now we can see that is being initialized using anonymous type, and here we get the property name as a G1. So location ID is G1, and if we uncommented this one, so it will produce an error by saying that that subname doesn't exist. But now with Expendo object, we can do this very easily. So here we are creating an object of Expendo object, and then another dynamic property will be added as Expendo object again, and then we are adding as a string, then another string, and then we are changing the uh, data type of this from string to integer. So now we are adding another number with the integer type, and now we are adding a delegate type to the increment, and we can then further we will use it as a function. So what it will do is it will increment the number. So now we have defined this name, which is a string type. So it will going to uh, give us 12. So here it is a string type, but we have changed it to the integer. So it was showing integer. I have used where because it becomes integer. So whatever the last value will be, it will going to take that as a data type. So now we are calling it. So right now a number is 10, and when we click F10 on it, so it will just increment the value by 1. So as you can see how easy it is to use Expendo objects and add functions to it. So whenever we find a scenario like this, we have an option for Expendo object. So if you have any question, comment regarding this particular topic, you can just post it in a comment. I will try to answer as soon as possible. And let's next in the next video. Let's meet in the next video. Bye. Take care.